Just a couple of hours ago, I published a video about the Panasonic GH6, and I said that once this announcement is over with, you can pretty much expect rumored specifications and other details about the much anticipated Canon EOS R7. And this is because Canon Rumors recently put out a story about the R7 is going to be announced in March, and they put it as a CR2, meaning it's been validated and comes from known sources. Well, just after I published that video about the Panasonic GH6 and mentioned the R7, Canon Rumors posted this. This is taken from a Weibo account. It indicates we're getting some sort of announcement on February the 24th at 7 p.m. local time. And 7 p.m. local time probably translates to pretty close to around anywhere from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But what could this be? I'm really excited. We don't know that it's the R7. Remember, Canon Rumors said that we're going to be getting the R7 announced in March. We're in February, but we are on the heels of CP Plus. Today is what, the 21st? And CP Plus was supposed to start online starting the 22nd, which is tomorrow, the day after Family Day here in Ontario, the day after the GH6 announcement. So what could we be possibly getting as an announcement? Well, there's several possibilities. One is definitely an announcement of the Canon EOS R7. And while we know the name of this camera, we know nothing about it. I personally think it's going to be a full-frame camera, and that would lead it to be most likely a camera that's going to sit between the EOS RP and the R6. But it could also be a much-anticipated APS-C R system camera. We know that Canon's going to be moving APS-C over to the R system. They're going to have a single mount. But we don't know anything about this camera. We don't know any specifications, so we'll just have to wait and see. But the R7 is a definite possibility. But that would go against what Canon Rumors was able to find out about the R7, saying that from credible sources it's going to be announced in March. There's several other possibilities. We could get an EOS RP replacement, which is also due to be refreshed. But I think one of the most likely possibilities at this announcement, if this is definitely true, because we haven't heard anything from Canon Japan, Canon USA, Canon Canada, Canon Europe, etc., or even Canon Australia. But what I think is most likely is some lenses. In 2021, we were supposed to get a whole heaping load of lenses, and we only got a handful of them. And among the much anticipated lenses to be announced very, very shortly on the heels of CP Plus is the RF 800mm f5.6 L series image stabilized USM, almost didn't get that out, and the 1200mm f8 also L series image stabilized USM. I think that's highly likely. I think that's most likely what we're going to get. But I'm kind of puzzled by this one. Since it's only a few days away, if this is to be true, I'd expect all the other Canons around the world to start announcing, oh, by the way, we've got an event, this is the time. I'm really curious, because normally we don't get anything coming out of Canon China. It's usually Canon USA, Canon Japan, Canon Australia, or even Canon the UK. So maybe China is going to be breaking the news here about some new gear. So what do you think? Do you think we're going to get some super telephoto lenses or other lenses? Do you think we're going to get the Canon EOS RP? Or what about an EOS R replacement, which is going to sit between the RP and the R6? I don't know, it's just pretty exciting. I don't know. I have been so busy over the last month covering the OM1 by Olympus, covering the GH6, that I really haven't had much of a chance to take a break. And I'm glad I've got today off, because I woke up and there was this price about the Panasonic GH6. And then right after that, I said to my wife, oh, looks like there's more news. We've got a Canon event coming up. And anytime Canon says they got an event coming up, well, we want to pay attention to that, because who knows what sort of market innovations they're going to bring out. So I'm really excited by that. But one other thing I want to mention, though, I am doing a live stream tonight at 8:30. That's a half an hour after Panasonic does its announcement of the GH6. I'm going to bring a guest on with me, and we're going to talk about the GH6 and what the significance of this camera is, its capabilities. And one of the nice things I like about the GH6 is it now has a CF Express Type B card slot. And at the end of this month, I am giving away either a 512GB Angelbird AV Pro SE or 160GB AV Pro SX CF Express card. The 512GB is really designed for video, 800MB minimum sustained write speed. On the GH6, I think it can go as high as 1.9 gigabits per second. And if you translate or convert 800 megabytes per second to bits, that gives you about 6,400 megabits per second. So perfect for the GH6, 500 megabytes of storage, 512 megabytes of storage. Really, really good. And, you know, if you've got a Nikon, Canon, this will easily be able to 8K 30, 8K 60 on the R5, the R5C, the Nikon Z9, the Nikon Z6, Z7. It's just a very, very powerful card. The 160 gig is really designed not for the GH6, but for those of you who like to hold down that shutter button at, let's say, 45.7 megapixels on the Z9 in burst, lossless, and, you know, easily can handle speeds of 1.48 megabytes per, or gigabytes per second. That's in a staggering speed, 1480 megabytes per second. Yeah, just absolutely incredible. But I'm going to keep this one short because there's an awful lot of news coming out. I've already done one video today. This is my second video and I'm doing a live stream. I want to protect my voice and I want to spend time with my family. We've got some beautiful weather. It's going up to 6 degrees today. So, you know, that here in Ontario, that's shorts weather, a jacket and shorts, at least if the sun stays out. Anyhow, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you again soon.